The AuthorTube Newbie Tag 2.0 is necessary. Why? Because in my original AuthorTube Newbie Tag video, I had like 2 more feet of hair. New savvy? New Newbie Tag video. What is up, my fellow small business supporters? It's Savvy here with another AuthorTube tag. If you're new here, please remember to click the subscribe button because I have new videos about books and writing coming out every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. If you love supporting small businesses like I do, then please stick around until the end of the video because I will have a special discount code. Savvy, is this discount code from your sponsor? If by sponsor, you mean that I sponsor my own videos with my own company that I created myself because no one else wants to sponsor me, then yes. Now onto the video. The AuthorTube Newbie Tag 2.0 was created by Jenna Streety. I will link Jenna's version of this video in the description below. Thank you so much to Jenna for creating this tag. I love these new questions and I'm so excited to answer them. 1. What's your book's pitch? If you have multiple books, choose your favorite. Let's go with my work in progress. 90s Kids is a 75,000 word contemporary LGBTQ+ young adult novel with a sci-fi twist. Bex, born in 1990, is the most popular kid in the marching band and a somewhat hopeless romantic. Nicole, born in 1999, is a cynical science geek and semi-famous online Star Trek fanfiction author. After 2 separate time travel accidents, one in 2006 and one in 2015, the girls meet each other in 1989, both at age 16. Now stuck in the 80s, Bex gets to have the John Hughes-inspired teen adventure she's always dreamed of, while Nicole gets to examine time travel technology she never thought she'd see outside of her favorite fictional universes. But when government officials attempt to contain the girls at, of all places, the DMV, to prevent their actions from causing a time paradox, the two find themselves on the run. A shared feeling of not belonging in their own time periods brings out an attraction to one another that they can no longer ignore, leaving Bex wondering if she even wants to return to 2006, and Nicole unsure if something as irrational as love is even worth disrupting a timeline for. Breaking down the nuances of the 2000s and the 2010s, this novel is a love letter to the millennial generation, the kids born in the 90s, and all they have accomplished in the name of love. If you were a book, how would you pitch yourself? So I came up with a few rough log lines. Let me know what you guys think. Savvy is 26 years old, yet somehow she's secretly your gay aunt from the 80s. One day back in the 90s, Pleasant Company was developing a punk American Girl doll, but a weird chemical got mixed in with the plastic and the doll ended up coming to life. That doll's name is Savvy. A straight white man decided to write a book with a bisexual female protagonist using only the problematic stereotypes that he thought were hot. That book is called Savvy. A young Polish Catholic girl from Chicago gives up internalized misogyny for Lent. Her name? Savvy. An entrepreneurial millennial launches a startup and goes into business with her dog. Their names? Savvy and Chewie. I don't know, you guys can choose whichever one of those you like best. What do you usually write? Cute picture books based on the stories of real rescue dogs, LGBT young adult and new adult novels, lesbian sci-fi, and music journalism. I'm a bit of a buffet, so come and sample me. Except I don't write fantasy. That kinda rhymed. What's something you'll never write? I would say fantasy, except that when I was in 8th grade, I actually did attempt to write a fantasy novel. It was about gay leprechauns. I've actually made a video on this as well. It turned out really bad. And then I would say erotica, except I have this weird goal in the back of my mind that one day I'll go under a pseudonym and write all of these erotica novels, except that they'll actually be parodies of multi-level marketing schemes, so really they'll just be these novels about middle-aged boss babes rubbing essential oils all over each other. So I guess I'll never write a political thriller? Oh! Wine reviews. I will never write wine reviews. The only thing I drink is Moscato and scotch. What's your goal for starting an AuthorTube channel? For this question, I gotta say, I appreciate Jenna Streety dropping the truth bombs in her video. Yeah, I'm trying to build an author platform. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I want a lot of people to read my books. And I want to read their books. I want us all to read each other's books and read a lot and write a lot. Sue me. Don't sue me, I don't have any money. I want us to all have a larger audience for ourselves. But it's also more than that. There's the community, of course, and the fact that I've already made so many friends, and the fact that I'm looking forward to making more friends with more of you guys. Because as a writer and an extrovert at the same time, it's a little bit nuts to not be able to make friends and constantly talk to people about writing, so this community has been like the most amazing thing ever for me. That, and also because I was a film major in college, but I'm not skinny enough to go be a hipster in Los Angeles. So instead I make YouTube videos. Disclaimer, I'm actually allowed to make that joke since I did overcome an eating disorder, so AG McDonald, please don't cancel me. What made you want to start writing? Alright Jenna, thanks a lot for this question. Now you're making me overanalyze myself and look deep inside my psyche. As a young child, like 4 to 8 years old or so, I had a lot of health problems, so I couldn't really play sports or do anything too physical. I was also really poor, so I couldn't afford video games. So I learned to write. What's your publishing path? Self-publish, traditionally publish, hybrid publish, haven't decided yet, or just write for fun? So I made a video about this too, but I don't believe in the distinction between traditional publishing and self-publishing. Now, before you write me off as like a crunchy granola hippie, hear me out. I envision a future where all books are books, and everyone, writers, publishers, readers, cover designers, everyone views it that way. There can be as many different methods of publishing as you want, but I want to see a future where that's not the first way that people try to categorize their books. If we got rid of this distinction, we could start to envision options that can exist outside of this strict and rigid binary. Options that maybe we haven't even imagined yet because they would be innovative and new and things that we can't even conceive of when locked into thinking about books in two specific ways. Here's an example. I own my own business. I produce books, stuffed animals, t-shirts, merchandise, other products, all related to the same real rescue dogs whose stories I'm sharing. Sometimes people ask me if my books are traditionally published or self-published. Nobody asks me if my stuffed animals or my t-shirts or any of my other merchandise are traditionally published or self-published. It's only the books because we're stuck in this deep binary, and it's prohibiting us from seeing books as being just like any other product that can be produced by a small business. Because some people still do hold a stigma against one type of publishing or another. When a small business enters with a totally new method of doing things, it makes it more difficult for that small business to break into the industry. And in case you couldn't tell, I don't really believe in binaries. If I believed in binaries, I would be a computer programmer, and I would be making 4 times the income that I make as a writer. So don't at me. That said, I produce my Forever Home Friends series myself. Sometimes I pitch novels to small presses. Sometimes I self-publish them, sometimes I try new options. I'm still figuring out a few different pieces to my path as a novelist. I'm very set on my path as a children's book author with Forever Home Friends specifically because that is its own business and I'm keeping it that way. But as a novelist, I'm still working through different options and trying different things out. I'll probably make another video on that soon as well. What content do you bring to the AuthorTube table? So my channel has 6 components: books, writing, art, toys, dogs, and business. The vast majority of my videos fall into the books or writing category. So I do some booktube videos like book reviews and booktube tags and that kind of thing. For AuthorTube videos, I mainly do like writing tips videos and a lot of tag videos and videos where I update people on my own books and talk about my own writing process. Some writing and revision vlogs too, kind of a little bit of everything. I also really like to talk about the business side of writing and producing books since I have founded my own company and I own an LLC and I do a lot of that stuff myself. So getting to talk about that side as well is really nice to bring a new perspective to the table. Also, I think I have a really fun video editing style, and sometimes I make dolls based on my book characters. What's your biggest writing struggle? Setting description. And that stems from the fact that in real life, I'm never aware of my setting. Seriously, I'm constantly like almost walking into traffic and people need to like pull me back. I constantly do walk into walls and trip over things and fall over all the time. And that lack of spatial awareness definitely translates to my writing. When I'm in revisions, like half of my revision process is just going through every chapter and like adding in some descriptions of where the hell these characters are. Once I do that, I have a lot of fun with it, going into detail, bringing up descriptions of things, but in my first drafts, I like never have any setting indicators whatsoever because in my mind, I'm just floating through this world, and so are all my characters. What's your best writing skill? Voice. I'm funny as shit, and I'm not going to be modest about that. The next one, you choose between 2 questions. It's either if you've been on YouTube for a while, what's your best AuthorTube tip? Or if you're new to AuthorTube, what's your biggest AuthorTube question? I'm going to go with the second one because I've been making AuthorTube videos for like 6 months now. I still feel pretty new to this community. So I guess my biggest question would be for people who watch a lot of AuthorTube videos, do you prefer like longer videos where you can kind of play them in the background, or do you like short videos where you can binge a bunch of them? Because I like to binge a ton of booktube and AuthorTube videos that are like 3 minutes long, 5-6 minutes long, and I don't usually watch through an entire video if it's like 30 minutes or more. So I wasn't sure though, because I know some people like longer form content, so I just wanted to know like What do you guys think about that? What kind of videos would you like to see from me? I generally try to keep my videos under 10 minutes so that people can put them on a playlist of videos to binge if they want. But if you guys want to see some longer videos from me, please let me know. I'd love to hear your feedback on that. Are you looking for new channels to follow, critique partners, beta readers, writing buddies? Yes, I'm looking for all types of writer friends. As I've said before, I am an extrovert and it is hard, okay? It is hard to have to work on writing by myself. I get so demotivated and I get stressed. So if you're interested in being friends in any way, shape, or form, please leave a comment below. Please let me know what kind of stuff you're interested in talking about. If you want to make a collab video together, if you want to swap manuscripts and give each other feedback, if you want to trade arcs when we have a new book coming out, regardless of, what kind of stuff you want to do together, just let me know in the comments below, and yes, I want to do it. What are you most excited for during this new fresh start on AuthorTube? This new start honestly came at a good time for me because I just finished school, and now that I'm not in school anymore, I have so much more time to be working on making new videos and making really high quality videos and connecting more with this community and getting to know you guys better. So I'm really looking forward to all of the new people I'm going to meet through doing this tag and through watching your tags and all of that, and I'm really excited for making those new connections. Sup, writer friends? Thank you guys for watching this video. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I sponsor all of my videos myself by plugging my own small business, The Forever Home Friends, which produces children's books and stuffed animals based on real rescue dogs. And right now, I am here to give all of you guys a special discount code that you can use from now until July 3rd. If you go on foreverhomefriends.com, which is linked in the description below, when you are checking out, you can use the code CHEWTUBE because we're on YouTube and my dog is Chewie. CHEWTUBE. And with that code, you can save 15% on any purchase. I know a lot of people have been talking to me about how they've been eyeing my Doggy DJ t-shirt and my Notorious DOG sweatshirt, so now would be the time to get them because you can save 15% with the code CHEWTUBE. As always, 10% of all profits we make with Forever Home Friends goes back to benefit no-kill animal shelters. I will see you guys again soon, but in the meantime, please don't forget to support small businesses. Happy writing!